Had very big intentions to like actually take Piper like somewhere to a park or something and walk her, but yeah, I didn't get up, and then I was like, well, I'll just walk her in the neighborhood. And as you saw, I had some footage from that, but the issue is that I literally took like, I don't even know how many clips, like 3, and I filmed like 3 clips, and then my memory card said that there was no more like space on it, which there is. But I don't know if y'all know, but like the memory cards, they have to be reformatted every once in a while. If not, they just think that there's still stuff on it. It's really annoying, but anyway, so I'm on my way to class now, and I don't have my tripod because it broke, so there's that. But I will update y'all later, so. Classes now, and I'm gonna go get Chipotle, which I'm really excited about. I'm really hungry, but in order for me to like survive until I can get Chipotle, because it's like 20 minutes from here, I'm gonna have to eat a snack before my Chipotle. So I'm basically pre-gaming before, you know, the game. So I'm really excited about it, but I'm just laughing at myself, like the fact that I like need to eat a snack before I eat lunch. Like I'm literally about to eat lunch, but I don't think I can wait, so I'm gonna eat a snack. But oh my gosh, my class, my basic patient care class, it's like a big old therapy session. Like I don't know, it always like turns into like us all sharing about our deepest, darkest fears and secret, like, no, it's just weird. She's a very like down-to-earth person and like really is caring about people and wants to hear about our experiences, but you know, that stuff gets heavy, man. I mean, I'm not trying to come to class to hear about just awful things in people's lives. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go get gas, and then I'm gonna go to Chipotle, so. Literally, why is it the hardest thing right now to get gas? Like, everybody's here. And then like, I finally got a pump, and it was like, you must pay inside only for this pump. I'm not paying inside, like that's just so extra. So I tried to move to a different pump, and it also doesn't make it easier, like it also doesn't help that my gas pump is on the passenger side. So like usually cars have it on the driver's side, which makes sense, but mine doesn't. So it's like, it just makes it really difficult. Doing anymore. It's just I'm kind of hungry, and I'm embarrassed because I keep moving, but I'm like, I'm not getting out of my car. So after wasting like 10 minutes of my life, I've made the executive decision to leave. I'm gonna go to a different gas station. All of the pumps say you have to pay inside, so I love that gas station too. Like, I'm a little bit hurt. I'm just gonna try to find another one. I literally also have 10 miles left, so it's really great. And now I think I'm gonna go to the Sunco. I don't like going to places like that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Look, nobody's here. This one's sketchy. Okay, update. I did end up getting gas. It was $37. It's just so much for my little car, and I literally get gas like every 2 days, so there's that. Also there's a lot of creepy men there. One like would not stop looking at me, so I just looked him dead in the eyes and, you know, let him know that I saw him, because, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. Don't act naive, don't pretend like you don't see them looking at you. Look them dead into the eyes, look into their souls. But anyways, now I'm gonna go get Chipotle, so I'll update later, I guess. So right now I am trying to untangle her harness, Piper's harness, and I'm sitting on the counter and she is really mad at me. Excuse me. Well, now she's not mad at me, of course. What are you doing? She thinks we're going somewhere, which we are in a minute, but not yet. Oh my gosh, I hit 100 subscribers! Really? Yep. Thank you guys so much, seriously. This is very monumental, to say the least. I'm gonna do something to celebrate. I don't know what now. So I think I'm gonna put on my Instagram. Okay, so it's daily.cait with an 8. I'll probably put like a poll on there to see what y'all want me to do. But yeah, thank you so much. Honestly, you just can't even with this. Like, I feel like, I mean, I'm still a very small channel, but like, not as small. I've moved to 3 digits, so it's a start. I mean, you know? 100 subscribers, 100 subscribers, 100 subscribers. I literally am like, it's hitting more and more. Like, when I first got it, it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I don't want to come off stuck up or anything. Like, to me, like 100 at first thought isn't like a ton, because, you know, I've had a Bertaley fan page with over 50,000 followers. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, when I think about 100, it's not like super exciting. But then again, I stop and think, like, so I started my YouTube channel July 7th. So almost 3 months. So in almost 3 months, I have gotten 100. I don't know, it's just really exciting. It's exciting to move from 2 digits to 3 digits, which is so weird. But like, it's like I have 100 people that are subscribed to me. Like 100 people, they might not all watch my videos, but 100 people are like my pals. Like, I don't know, I just think I'm really grateful. And like, I just wanted to come out here and like really thank you guys. I knew that I was gonna hit it soon, but I didn't know I was gonna hit it today. Like, I don't know, people have just like, and I have like asked people recently, like, hey, like I'm almost to 100, please go subscribe. But today I was at 95 and I posted something and I was like, guys, I'm so close. Like, I just am so thankful, and I wasn't even asking anyone to subscribe. And then like people went like above and beyond. I'm just really thankful, and I wanted to like come out here and just talk about it in private, because I feel a little bit weird about like celebrating about, I don't know how to explain it. Oh, okay, she is. I thought she wasn't in the car. Oh, by the way, we're taking Piper to the vet. I don't think I even said that. She has to get a shot because she's a baby. Well-behaved goop. When you've been cooped up for too long.
Yes.
Oh, so cute. Did you? She was so good though at the vet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
she was so good. Probably the best she's ever been. Wow. So I feel like I am just ultimately failing at vlogging today. I've just been busy, and then I've like forgotten that I'm even vlogging. I don't know. It's frustrating. But I am now, we got Piper home from the vet. Oh, I talked about all that. Yeah, so we got Piper home from the vet. The vet helped me out. And I ate dinner, and now I'm headed to small groups. Probably not gonna vlog there. Not really feeling it, which is awful, but maybe I'll vlog at some point. I'm sorry, I'm not like in the best mood ever. I don't know really what's wrong. Nothing's really wrong. Just, you know, you're just sometimes not in the best mood. So, I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll be coming home, and yeah. Hi, so I'm currently in the emergency rooms. Don't really know what else to say about that. I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable. Just want to put that. Yeah. Is my heart rate up?
No.
Why are you pointing at it?
No, I was just gonna say.
You like my ambient light in here? It's very good. Sets the mood. We had a good nurse that we knew. So the situation, I'm getting fluids. I just don't even know why I'm here. I do, but I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna have to talk later about it. Yeah, I don't even know where to start. I've said this story like 30 times already to like, how many different, like seriously, probably like five different people.
5 people, Billy.
So I'm gonna save it for now. I'm not gonna say it, but anyways, I'm alive, I'm here, I'm good. I'm gonna be fine. When your mom is watching your vlog while you're vlogging. I'm so embarrassed. So we're about to leave.
Well, we gotta get discharge paperwork.
Yeah. They don't know what it was, you know, so nobody ever knows.
We know.
We know more than they do. It's fine. Alright, so it is the next day at 5:15 p.m. I apologize that I look like trash. I mean, just take a moment here. I thought I would explain a little bit of what happened because obviously, like the last time I talked, it was like I was talking to y'all on my way to small groups and then I was in the ER, so it was kind of like no like explanation at all, and I didn't feel like getting into it there because I was kind of worried that a nurse was gonna walk in or something. I just felt a little uncozy about it. So anyways, basically what happened was I had a very normal day. I didn't really feel like bad or anything like that, and I went to small groups that night and I felt fine during that, and I did sing during worship, and singing is one of those things that makes me like really short of breath, so I got a little short of breath from that, and you know, which wasn't super abnormal. I was like, okay. And then after worship was over, I left pretty much right after worship ended. So I sat in the car for a second, you know, just kind of debating on what I should do for my shortness of breath. It wasn't like awful, but it's just one of those things that kind of freaks me out, especially when I'm about to drive. And so I decided to use my inhaler because sometimes if I am feeling short of breath and I use the inhaler, it'll help. And I've never had any issues with it. So I did that. I literally did like a little puff of it. And then I felt a little bit better. So I started on my journey home, and then I got about, I think it was like 15 minutes down the road. I got about 15 minutes down the road, and I got this like overwhelming sense of like fatigue. Sorry, there's a bunch of noise down there. I got this like overwhelming sense of fatigue, and it was weird because it felt like I was just gonna like fall asleep, you know, like, and not, like, I felt like I didn't have any control over my body, basically. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm a little bit drowsy. Like, I literally thought I was gonna just fall asleep right there behind the wheel. And so I was like, huh, that's weird. And so like I started feeling really weird, and then like my heart rate shot up. I don't even remember how high it was. And then I started like I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt like my throat was getting tight. I felt like my throat was like closing up. And I started like, obviously, I mean, anybody would, I started freaking out because I'm driving. It's late at night. So like anybody would, I kind of panicked a little bit. You know, I've had lots of episodes and weird things, especially while I've been driving. Like, I've had lots of like scary things where I've had to pull over and just like take a minute. But every time I've been fine, and every time it passes. And so I pulled over. Well, shouldn't even like say I just pulled over. No, like first it was a red light and I was trying to decide what I should do, because a lot of times in those situations I just want to get home, because you know, it's harder for me to stop and then just like be alone, and like, I don't know, I just would rather get home to the comfort of my home. And so I went through one stoplight, you know, turned green, and then I got to another, and it was also red, and I didn't know what to do because there was no place at that point to pull off the road. So it was like there was no, like, you know what I mean, some roads have areas where you can like grass, or where you can pull off the road. Well, there was nothing. And so at first, and I was trying to figure out if I should call my mom, because like, I don't even know how to explain it to you guys. Like, I have a lot of issues like this, a lot of things where I feel like I'm choking, can't breathe, my heart rate's high. Like, I have a lot of those things, and every single time I settle down and it like, my body calms down and I'm fine. Like, never have I had to go to the ER because of it or anything. So I was trying to think if I should call my mom. So I started calling her, and the light had turned green, and I just didn't feel like I could drive. And so I put my hazards on, and I just sat there at the green light. So it was red and then it was green, if that makes sense. So it wasn't like I just like stopped at a green light, but the car behind me wouldn't go around me. And so I got on the phone with my mom, and I was like, just very quickly, I was like, Mom, this is what's going on. I'm really freaked out. Like, I don't know what's going on. And she was like, it's okay, like, just pull over, blah, 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 blah. Like, she's really helpful and supportive. So I eventually was able to drive a little bit more and pull over, like, in a safe spot, if you will. And I have peppermint in my hand because it's just on my desk. I also have a Rubik's Cube. So, you know, I pulled over and stuff just wasn't improving. And I just had this feeling that I was having, like, an allergic reaction or some kind of reaction, to like the inhaler. Like, I really thought like I really felt that my throat was closing up. And you know, it was more so than just like, oh, because I've had anxiety before and my throat does feel like that, but this was like so much worse. And so I sat on the phone with her for a few minutes, like just figuring out what I should do, and we eventually decided that she just needed to come be with me and like get me. I was literally like 10 minutes from home, but I was declining, like it wasn't getting better. And then, so she started coming with my dad. She brought my dad, which was really good because I obviously had my car. And so we were gonna, like, you know, make sure my car would get back to the house. And so they both came, and on their way there, I was still on the phone with them, and I was feeling like a lot. I had started to feel a little bit better. And so then when they got there, I still was feeling bad, but I had kind of started to feel better. And then I got in the car with my mom, but then things got really, really bad again. And me and my mom were sitting there like, should we go to the ER? Should we not? Like, it's just one of those things. It was so hard to know because I've had so many episodes like this, but it's like we didn't know what it was. And I thought it was an allergic reaction or something. Like, I thought that my throat was really, really closing up, and it probably was. So ultimately, you know, we decided to go, and then on our way there, things got like really bad, and I was like, okay, like, can you call an ambulance? Like, I was like freaking out because I felt like I was just gonna like lose consciousness. Not really faint per se. I felt like an overwhelming sense of fatigue, and then my throat was like feeling like it was closing up, and my heart rate was high. And we checked my blood pressure, and it was like 156/97, which is really high. At least for a 19-year-old. I mean, like, that's really high, and that's enough to make you feel awful. And so she's like, no, I'm just gonna get there. I was like, okay, all right. And finally we get there, and you know, we go in, and I'm still freaking out. Like, I still feel awful, but I'm feeling a little bit better. I think it was a lot of just like peace of mind, knowing like I'm in a hospital. Like, if, you know, something bad happens, they can help. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you're at home with your mom and you feel like your throat's closing up, or if you're at home with your family and you feel like your throat's closing up, like, what can they do for that other than give you Benadryl or something? Like, I don't know. I just felt like being at the hospital was like, if they had to intervene, they could intervene immediately. And like, you know, it's just, I just felt like better, a little bit better anxiety wise once I got there. And so I got there, they checked me in, and I started to feel better. Like, it kind of started to pass, but my blood pressure was still really high. Like, it was like, I don't even know. I don't want to say any numbers because I can't remember, and I don't want to be wrong. I mean, not in a bad way, I don't want to be wrong. I just don't want to give misinformation. I had to be in the 150s. But the thing is so there, in the blood pressure, there's a top number, and then there's a bottom number, systolic and diastolic. and my systolic was really high, and then my diastolic was like normal. So that kind of also clued me in that there was some kind of reaction. But anyways, they did a chest x-ray, they did blood work, they listened to my lungs, they gave me an IV and gave me saline, which was awesome because, you know, if you're, I mean, I don't even think anyone watches me who has POTS, but when you have POTS, saline is like a lifesaver because we're constantly like dehydrated, if you will. And so basically, at the end of the night, the doctor didn't know what it was. He didn't, I mean, he mentioned that it could have been a little bit of anxiety, which like really made me mad. You know, the thing with doctors is if tests come back normal, their doctor brain goes straight to like anxiety, or like that the patient brought this on themselves. And I hate that, but that's just sadly how they're trained. So anyways, we got no answers whatsoever. But anyways, I started feeling better, and so they decided to send me home. And so me and my mom were kind of talking, and we really think it was a reaction to the steroids in my inhaler. Now, I've been using that inhaler for 2 years. You know, I don't know why I would have a reaction this one time, but I do have mast cell activation disorder, and that can cause random like anaphylactic reactions, or just like reactions, like randomly. You could have used something like 40 times and then you have a reaction. So we kind of were chalking it up to that. But anyways, that's what happened. That's the story. You know, I feel like frustrated because I feel like it wasn't extremely necessary to go to the ER, but it was like in that moment I was like suffering so bad. I felt, I don't know, I just don't even know how to describe it to y'all. Like, I felt like I needed to be at the ER. Like, that's just, I mean, and I think sometimes you do just have to make that call. And, you know, I'm thankful there was nothing wrong. You know, I mean, there was something wrong, but I'm thankful that it wasn't like a blood clot in my lungs, or what, you know, pulmonary embolism or something. That's what they were saying. It wasn't like my lungs weren't wheezy or anything. You know, so I'm thankful, but it's just like, ugh, I just hated leaving there, you know, just with no answers, like, or, you know, because they didn't even say it was from the inhaler, because they don't, I mean, I know I'm probably going to cut like 95% of this out. Here's the thing about the chronic illnesses I have. Doctors typically don't know squat about it. They just don't know about it, like, which is so frustrating and sad, and just, it's very hard mentally for me and for everybody else that has what I have, because it's like the doctors just think it's in your head, or, you know, and he didn't say that it was just in my head, but he just thought it might have been like a little bit of a panic attack or something, which is so, no, like, I've had panic attacks before, like this, you know. Anyways, that was what happened. Thankful that it passed, but I do really think it was a reaction to that inhaler. So now I'm gonna have to go to my primary care physician, and just hopefully get a referral to pulmonology so that I can get like evaluated for asthma and stuff, and see if that's even, you know, what's going on with my lungs, like not being able to sing and stuff like that. And talk to her about what she thinks like went down, because she's really nice. My general practitioner is really nice. She's learned a lot from me as a patient, because she didn't know what any of these chronic illnesses were at first when I came to her, but we learned together, and she's really good. So I'm gonna go see her. You know, today I've just really struggled emotionally with all of this. Like, it was just so traumatic, and I can't even paint the picture for y'all. Like, it, you know, it's not, and this is another thing, like, it's just not, I know it wasn't just anxiety. It's like, it was so real. Like, my heart rate was really high, my blood pressure was really high, you know, and it was scary, and I really thought I was gonna lose consciousness or faint, or I just didn't know what was gonna happen. And, you know, the point of all this is, you know, listen to your gut. Even if it turns out fine, You know, if you feel in your heart that, you know, you need to go to the ER, just go. I mean, like, you know, they might look at you funny and they might not find anything, but at least you know that, like, you were in the right place if something were to go terribly wrong. And so, yeah, that's what happened. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sorry it was like kind of a bad vlog. I didn't even vlog much, but thank you for watching. And also thank you so much again for 100 subscribers. I literally am so thankful. Like, I don't even know how to express it other than I am just so grateful, so, and really excited. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.